So let me put y'all on game. It's crazy how I'm sitting in the dark for a lot of people that I know. So with that, it's a symbolism. So me sitting in the dark, and whether you know in like dark ways in dark situations, like I could break down anything, whether it's in the light or whether it's in the dark. And I know it's gonna be motherfuckers like, how is it that they know all of this? And whatever. So in certain situations, and I know, you know, the game, so that's why it's like when it comes to people doing certain things, that's why it's like, you know what? I had to chalk up my last situation in a way because it was like, to me, it's like, Shorty, you know, you got to look at that situation as it wasn't really anything because it wasn't real. So it's like, I don't trip on it. But in certain situations, especially when people are trying to swindle you, take certain things from you, and they will send in like people. That's why I tell people, don't ever be, you know, desperate or quick to be rushing and be like, when is love coming in, and when it, baby, take your time so you could be able to analyze the situation fully. And when I say fully, you will want to understand it fully, and this is why. Because sometimes, you know, some women be like, oh, he has a kid, da 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 da, and the kid is so adorable, but unbeknownst to you, sometimes that kid that they be bringing to you, sometimes it be like their niece, their nephew, or like, say for instance, like their parents could be like older or whatever, and they had like a kid at older age, and say like they could be in their 30s, but their parents end up, you know, have a Sarah and Joseph moment, and they end up having a baby, right? So the whole time you thinking like, oh, he got a kid, and the whole time it's like their little sister or little brother, and it's because they look alike. So you'll be like, I thought that was their kid, and it's like, no, not really. Sometimes it'll be like their niece, their nephew, their siblings, their cousin, and they usually choose the kid that got similar features to them, and they'll bring it around, and they'll bring on a story or a facade and make you believe like, oh yeah, my baby mama tripping, they won't let the kids come around, my family be tripping, they don't want the kid around. And the whole time, meanwhile, it's like their little brother, little sister, their cousin, their nephew or something like that, or like a distant relative that just favors them or something like that. And you'll be really be thinking like, it's this kid, and I can't believe. And when they know like you really desperate for love and you want to keep the person around, man, and women do it too. Women are very notorious because they can carry on a man and make them believe like, yeah, I got these kids and the daddy not here and things like that. And some people don't really be knowing. And then it's just like, it just depends on what's really going on. So you just have to really realize your situation, because some people be like, yes, this kid is like, you know, that's like really their cousin, their nephew or something like that. But I just felt somebody needed to know that. So don't ever take anything personal.